What's up, everybody? This is XXXDEADHEAD, and today...
Wait. I got this.
All right.
Thanks, everybody, for enjoying our Utah trip. It's been awesome. XXXDEADHEAD has been doing a great job editing and putting out some amazing videos that we hope you guys are enjoying. But I wanted to take a quick moment to thank everybody that was involved in this Utah trip, especially on the day of the accident. Sean Smoke, Street Bolt, his brother Brett, my brother Adrian, his friend James, and of course XXXDEADHEAD. Without them, it would have been a total loss for me. I would have panicked so bad, and probably today I wouldn't be able to be here. So thanks everybody who helped out in one way or another. And thank you to all those people that posted a comment for my speedy recovery. It's much appreciated, and you guys ride safe. So let's enjoy more of this amazing Utah stuff.
Sounds good.
Roll it.
Kind of looks like something's missing. I can't for the life of me figure out something's missing.
Dude. Something's missing.
I'm watching the footage and I just kind of feel like...
You got your glasses on?
I don't know, I just kind of feel like...
Your t-shirt's on.
Yeah, but something's missing.
Wait. Roll the intro.
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of things that most people never see.
Off we go. Huzzah, baby. Oh shit.
Alrighty guys, this is XXXDEADHEAD and I am joined with Rotten Soul, and today we are going to do, I think it's part 9 of the Majestic Utah series. And this is the storm, this is the accident, this is a lot of things. But first I just want to get started with the RedStone cabins that you see here on the footage. This is in Kodachrome Park. It's right in the middle of Kodachrome Park. It was, what, like 10 miles off the main road, right?
Yeah.
So. It was awesome. And so we were given these cabins, and it was recommended by our good friend Will. And basically he just said the place is really cool. I recommend you stay there. So I had no idea what we were getting into when we were going there, right? I mean, we knew that it was cool. We kind of saw some pictures, but we didn't realize it was off. We didn't even map quest it before we got there. We were just like, okay, I know it's at Kodachrome Park.
Yeah.
And so we're riding down this crazy long road to the park, and we finally got there. It was like 8 o'clock at night.
At this time, we're thinking, there's nothing out here. There's no way that there are cabins out here.
Yeah, this place is cool, but it feels like we're in the middle of nowhere in the middle of Utah.
Yeah.
And
surrounded by all these rock formations and just awesomeness wherever you look.
Yeah. So we got there and our jaws literally dropped to the ground. Like, I just remember everybody sitting there just stunned. We took off our helmets and we parked the bikes right there at the little thrift store, the little shop there, and we buzzed the park manager in, and he came out, and the whole time we were just all like jaws to the ground.
Can't believe,
blown away by how like amazing, because I mean this place is out in the middle of nowhere, and then there's rock formations everywhere around this entire joint. It was cool.
Hiking trails, you name it. There's a lot to do there.
Yeah, and You know, so I do want to take this moment to just talk about RedStone cabins, because if any of you guys are thinking about setting up a trip to Utah, especially southern Utah, to check out some of the stuff that we have ridden on, no, I recommend it because, you know, they threw us these cabins, and in exchange I was going to film quite a bit of the cabins for you guys, but I wasn't able to. And a lot of it was the accident. We just time just kind of got cut off at that point. And so I do want to take this moment to just talk about the cabins and really encourage you, not because it's in my best interest for you to go there. I feel like it's in your best interest if you're going to Utah. It's such a central location. I mean, it's only like 60 miles away from Zion. It's only, you know, 12 minutes, 15 minutes from Bryce. It's not very far away from the boulder stuff that you're about to see here. That's amazing. By itself, Kodachrome Park is amazing. I mean, the last day, that last morning when we were loading up my bike, Sean and I were riding around through this little off-road section, a little gravel road, and it was totally easy to ride with the Harleys. I really wish that we all could have taken a time or a moment to go out and ride these roads. But Sean and I thought that the place looked like it was something out of Kenya or somewhere in Africa. I mean, we just expected giraffes and elephants to walk by, and it was just such a surreal place for Utah. It just blew my mind how cool just this Kodachrome Park was, and we didn't even really get to enjoy it. Like, we didn't really even we kind of walked around on our last day,
yeah,
and took some pictures and stuff, but when it's all said and done, there was so much of this park that we never even saw, and what we did see was pretty awesome. Like, I mean, I just feel like there was we had all the amenities. You have like a little barbecue pit. You have a microwave, a refrigerator. There's a barbecue pit for every cabin.
There's a small town.
There's a small town not very far away, maybe 15 minutes ride. You know, it's pretty awesome in that sense. So, but then there's also like all your plates, all your utensils. There's like a cooking knife in there. There was spatulas, or, you know, like tongs for the barbecue, a spatula for the barbecue. Everything that we ever needed, like a cup, you know, or some glasses, a coffee pot, microwave, all that stuff. All that stuff was in there, and then it had a shower, very comfortable bed. I don't know.
The staff was pretty helpful.
The staff was awesome. They were very knowledgeable about the park.
The beds were awesome.
The beds were awesome. The beds were so comfortable, and man, just a cool place overall. I thought it was very, very comfortable and cool. We had a couple guys in bedrooms that had 2 beds. Brad and Brett shared a room. So they each had their own bed, and then the rest of us had king beds for the most part. But $120 a night, you can't beat it, man. That was such a cool place.
It's a good investment. It's
yeah. There's no internet and there's no cell phone service for the most part that any of us had. At least for us, I think it was a big relief to get away from the internet and the phone service, and just feel like we were in Utah, and that not in the internet, not on Facebook, not on any social media. We were just Utah and us.
We're enjoying the ride, actually enjoying everything that we're doing.
Enjoying each other's company, being able to just hang out at the cabins. It was awesome. So that's RedStone Cabins. I'll put the link down below. It's redstonecabins.com. Definitely worth checking out. And if you're going to Utah, give them a call and just talk to them and touch base with them. They're awesome people that work over there, and they'll get you set up, man. They're great. You just kind of feel like you have Utah to yourself. And then there's also campsites behind it. The whole works. So, and then a little thrift store that's there, they sell like hot dogs and stuff, and you know, they had their breakfast in the morning, dude. Did you get the breakfast? No. Oh, dude, I mean, you make your own waffles right there. They just had all kinds of stuff, oatmeal stuff. They had little danishes, and I mean, they hooked you up for breakfast.
And it's all complimentary, right?
No pancakes, but it was good. It was all complimentary.
Waffles will do.
Dude, it was just awesome, and you just feel like the staff that's on site, you just feel like they're your friend, you know, right off the bat. Very cool. So that's RedStone Cabins. So we decided to ride dirty. And I don't know whose idea it was. I know Sean kept talking about riding dirty. We had already kind of gone out and ridden dirty. You know,
miles.
Yeah. We went out to dinner in Zion, or in St. George, and we rode at night without our helmets. It's not a huge deal, but it's different. So I mean, we were joking about it before, but you know, what am I missing? Well, I'm missing a helmet, and the only reason that I have the footage filming towards me is I only had my GoPro Hero 3 Plus that was running. Everything else was either dead or the SD cards were full. So, so yeah, I mean, it was just, I don't know, man. What do you think about riding without a helmet? I mean, because you can do it in Utah. You can just get on your bike, get out of the hotel, grab your keys, ride down to the store, pick up a Monster, pick up a, you know, whatever you want to pick up, coffee, go whatever, go out and get dinner. You don't have to worry about putting the helmet on. You don't have to. I mean, it's just so easy. What do you think about that?
It is convenient.
Yeah,
but it's also unsafe.
It's a little unsafe, huh?
Because you have no protection. Your skull is your protection, and we all know how important that is.
Well, yeah.
But it is cool having the wind in your face and just be able to have that freedom feeling. I mean, you feel free on your motorcycle, but when you're riding without a helmet, there's an added freedom feeling to it.
Yeah. It feels cool. I mean, like when we're riding, like right now, I mean, I remember we were riding and there's cottontail bunnies that are like hopping out.
Yes.
Did you see a lot of those? Because I was leading the pack, so I probably saw 40, 50 cottontails just getting out to that little cabin spot where I stopped.
I was getting hungry.
For some cooked rabbit, huh? So we decided, I mean, we had been riding all day, and we decided we're going to ride dirty. We're going to ride down to this little store, pick up some steaks, pick up some beer, and we were going to celebrate. It was Gabe's birthday, and that was what was on our mind, and we were just so stoked to see these RedStone cabins. I think what happened is we're just like, okay, cool, we're in Utah, we're out in the middle of nowhere, we're freaking cowboys, we're gonna go without a helmet, and we were just so pumped. And unfortunately, this is where this was your last ride in Utah. So before we get to the crash part, this was your last ride in Utah. What did you think about this last ride? Like, were you having fun?
Yeah, I was having the time of my life. Had never experienced anything outside of California, especially not like Utah.
We were also cruising pretty fast without our helmets.
We were cruising
we're
fast.
Going at at our maximum speed, but we're going pretty fast.
Yes, but it was awesome. It was awesome. The whole ride to get to Kodacum Park was pretty cool. We got to see some amazing stuff. You guys have seen it on the previous videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my last ride that day was pretty amazing. I was psyched to be there, to be in company of this amazing people, to celebrate my birthday, to go grab some steaks and barbecue and just have a good night. The good end of the day.
Yeah.
That was the whole plan.
Yeah. No, I just remember getting on the bike and up to this point just feeling, I don't know, just so, like it was very liberating. At the same time, I felt like, what a pain in the ass. I have to wear this stupid thing over my face because there were a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
And everybody else seemed to have a windshield except for you and I. And it was kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, my hat kept feeling like it was going to blow off. And in all honesty, like looking back, I really think that wearing a helmet was more. I definitely prefer wearing a helmet. I've ridden with a half helmet. I've ridden with no helmet, and I've ridden with the helmet with a full face, and I just prefer the full face.
Yeah, it gives you that sense of safety.
Safety, and then also just kind of comfort.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's nice to have that wide open feeling. That is cool. And a half helmet or no helmet provides that, but you are kind of confined with a full face to some extent. Yeah, I mean, you just have a little bit of border, right? Mm-hmm. But that's it. So it's not that big of a deal. But those cattle guards kept coming up, so I had to keep standing up. No, I thought it was cool, but and I don't miss not riding with a helmet, but I do miss Utah.
Yeah.
and I think we'll definitely go back.
We had to cut our trip short by 2 days, you and I.
Yeah,
The rest of the guys were leaving the next day, but you and I were planning on staying a little longer.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, things happened, and we had to cut it short.
So, I guess the moment's here. I just want to say, for those of you with a really soft stomach, we'll try to keep it as soft as possible, but we'll kind of cover over the crash here. Let me go ahead and just get, for our sake, we'll get things kind of brought up to the point where I'm pulling up to the cabin. Basically, what's happening is, I pulled up, and I was just trying to see if we had cell phone service, and I noticed this little cabin off to the right. And I thought to myself, man, I think Sean Smoke would probably dig this cabin. It's pretty cool. We could take a couple pictures. We could see if we have cell phone service. Yeah, and so I just remember pulling off the side, and I remember seeing you go by, standing on your back pegs,
Yes.
standing up on your bike, and so yeah, right there, just cruising on by, and I start to panic. But what were you trying to do?
Well, I was. I'm not gonna give out any excuses that I was tired or anything. I was excited. I was excited to be there, and I was just goofing around. I was goofing around with the bike. I tried something that I've tried several times, and I haven't been successful to do it. But the moments seemed perfect for me to try. There was no cars. There was nobody I could injure.
There was nobody to injure but yourself.
But myself.
And so what were you trying to do, a wheelie?
I was trying to pop a wheelie, and I think that I want to think that my wheel came up, and
I'd like to think that it was the most badass wheelie that ever occurred on a street bob. We didn't catch it on film, obviously, but we did catch Sean's reaction.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
This is what we captured on film. This is off Sean Smoke's camera, and you can hear him saying, "Oh shit, oh shit." And so all we really see is you just falling off the bike.
Yeah, I think what happened is that my wheel did come up, and I wheeled for, I don't know, a couple of feet maybe.
Okay.
But when my wheel came down, I want to think that it came on down at an angle that made me lose my balance, and survival instinct kicks in. I try to hang on to the handlebars.
Yeah.
And by accident, I just gave it more throttle, which just launched the bike forward, and it launched me back. And next thing I know, I'm getting up with a broken wrist and a bone sticking out.
Well, I remember seeing it happen, and then I was gonna get off the bike, and so I kind of panicked. You can kind of see it on my face, under the mask, but then I realized, okay, I'd ride my bike up to you, and it'd be a lot faster. And I just remember pulling up, and you had rolled up, and you were standing up, and you were starting to pace, but I could see that you had paced, circled around, and you were then walking towards your bike.
Yes.
And I knew exactly what was going on in your head. You were thinking, my bike went down, I need to get back on it, I need to get my bike.
Yes.
And
I was gonna go pick up my
so
bike.
the first thing I said when I pulled up was, just stop, just relax.
Yeah.
And the first thing you said to me was, do you remember?
I broke my hand.
I broke my hand. And I looked at your hand, and maybe we'll do a little freeze frame on the wrist here, but I said yes you did break your wrist, but just relax.
Well, at that point,
and calm down. Don't worry about it. We'll get the bike.
I was calm.
You were very calm. We were all like eerily calm. Like
the
everything
adrenaline rush that was going through me, I couldn't even feel my arm.
Yeah. No, you definitely were not in pain. Yeah, you knew it was broken, but you could tell that you were not in pain.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it looks weird to most people watching this, as if we didn't. It's like almost like it looks like nobody cared. I mean, we care, but like we're all just kind of like we're all stunned. We're all just in shock.
Yeah,
we do care. I mean, like right off the bat, we went right to the care. Like I got off the bike and all I could think of is, I've got to wrap his arm up because I could see your bones sticking out of your wrist, and so I knew that like if I didn't see any blood, but I knew I had to like. All I knew from first aid, all the first aid training I've ever done, all I knew is that I had to like tie up your arm so that way, you know, to cut off any blood pressure so that way you wouldn't bleed yourself out, but you weren't bleeding.
Yeah,
you just had a bone sticking out.
Yeah, that was pretty much.
Were you bleeding later? Do you remember?
Or
do you not really blood on anything, huh?
I mean,
crazy.
I didn't sever any of the veins or anything.
Yeah, so lucky on that.
That's a good part about it.
No nerve damage?
So there was no nerve damage, no tendons, nothing. They were just stretched.
Yeah. So
they didn't rip. You know, my fingers. I can move my fingers. Nice.
I think I asked you to sit down at one point, and then I realized no, don't sit down. I put your arm. I remember tying up your arm, and I mean we can.
Your belt.
Took my belt off.
Your pants fell off, but then you picked them up again.
They kept falling off though for the rest of the day, like the rest of the time until I got back. But I just remember, I took my gloves off and on. Like I was like, okay,
like 3 times.
Yeah, because I was just like, okay, I gotta check my cell phone. Oh wait, I don't have cell phone reception. I didn't even check to see if I had cell phone reception that I know of. I didn't even have the first aid kit with me. That's what we're looking for. I started to put my gloves back on because I'm like, okay, we got to go call 911, and and then I was like, oh wait, I gotta tie up his arm, and so it was like a lot of things were going through my head, and a lot of it's just shock. But it's amazing how clear you can think, and yet how confused you are at the same time. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, I mean, everybody was, like you say, everybody was in shock, but everybody remained calm, and I think that's what gave me the sense of, okay, you know, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
They're here to help me. You know, we're all riding together, so we're all there to help each other in case of need, and that was my moment of need, and I'm just glad that you guys were all there, and that kept me calm, and I knew that something was going to be done about it, and I was going to get help.
Yeah. No, we definitely were going to get you help, and now the funny thing is that Sean and I went back to the Kodachrome, ticket booth area, and talked to the ranger there and called 911 from there. And then Brad and Brett stayed behind. They helped get your bike out. Your bike kept rolling about 40 yards. That was the funny thing. Yeah. I pulled up. You told me your wrist is broken. I'm like, yeah, it's broken. Stay here. I parked my bike. I turned it off. I got off my bike. I checked you real quick. And then I remember looking out into the field, and about 40 yards out, I just saw your bike go.
Yeah, the bike was still going.
It just kind of landed. It's like, I got this.
It just tipped over a little bit.
Did its own little thing.
Like as if it was on the kickstand.
Excuse me.
Not a scratch on it.
Not a scratch? Well, no, a little scratch. Just a tiny little scratch and then some dirt.
Yeah, but it's nothing like, broken anything. I mean, there's no damage to the bike, and that's, I'm thankful for that, too.
I'll ask some questions about it at the end here, but I just remember Sean and I rode back, and the whole way back, I just remember going like, crap. Because in my head, I knew that, like, you were sitting there feeling guilty.
Yeah.
And there was no way for me to tell you that, dude, it's okay, as long as you're okay. You know what I mean? But and so I remember talking to Sean about that, because we went back, we called 911, we rushed into the cabins real quick, grabbed my helmet, grabbed first aid kit, grabbed some water, and then just ran back over to you. But we were also kind of like, I wouldn't say scared, but we were just very hesitant to haul ass. Like we talked about this later. We both felt like we wanted to haul ass to go call 911, but at the same time, both of us were like, we can't have something else happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It
Like,
wouldn't have been the smartest thing to do.
no, and I'm glad that we went slower, but at the same time, like, it was guilt on both of us, where we both just felt like, you know, that was a moment to rush, but we also knew that, like, you were fine. You were in good hands. Brad and Brett are both first aid, you know, they're training first aid as well.
There was glasses in there.
So
nothing life-threatening.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that, too, because, like you say, we're riding dirty. I'm wearing no helmet.
We were tired. We were excited.
I'm just
we were
lucky
all those
that
things.
I didn't split open my head or something like that. You know, something worse.
Let's get you.
Yeah, I mean, and you did bang up your head a little bit. There was a little bit of mark on your head, and I mean, so.
Get on your bike.
You know, I mean, you run risk, and I'll talk about risk more. But we could have kept. You could have not crashed. You could have pulled off a killer wheelie. And then we could have gotten on our bikes, and all of us could have been trying to do wheelies, and somebody could have really broken something. You know what I mean? Like, if you just think about what could have happened, had you not broken your wrist, had you not fallen off your bike,
I would have maybe tried it again.
You might have tried it again. I might have tried it again. Dude, anything could have happened. We could have hit one of those rabbits. One of us could have flipped off. We could have. I mean, there's a whole series of events that we never got to see. So, anyways. That's pretty much it. You got picked up by the ambulance. Everybody in Utah was super nice. The sheriff came out, super nice.
Yeah.
RedStone Cabins was super nice about everything. They were very helpful, very apologetic. They were hoping that everything was okay with you, and they were constantly asking us, you know, how's Gabe doing, and even the little park ranger gal that worked over at Kodachrome, the little hottie there.
Yeah,
was like, you know, how's Gabe doing?
When I came back, I said, oh, I'm the guy that broke the wrist. I was like, oh my God, are you okay? Go. She was asking me for the ticket.
No, I mean, overall, Utah was amazing, and there's still one more day of Utah, and I will talk like a little bit more after thought about the accident from that perspective, and that'll be the next video that goes up. But I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the Utah series. I really hope that it encourages you to go check out Utah. I can't think of better roads than Utah. I've never. It was so surreal and so different, and I will talk about that too in some upcoming vlogs from that third day. But I can't think of a better place to ride than Utah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Just the perfect little place.
It's pretty amazing. It's like you pointed out a day or two before.
Yeah.
This whole thing happens. It's motorcycle heaven. It's
yeah,
pretty amazing roads. They're in good condition.
Yeah.
You got your mix of
everything.
Asphalt roads and dirt roads.
Yeah,
and,
gravel roads are easy to ride on for the most part. All the gravel roads that we saw were easy to ride on a Harley, and they're just amazing and completely diverse sections of Utah, and they're all epic. I kind of feel like we did everything perfect. RedStone Cabins, amazing.
Yeah.
Butler Map, freaking amazing.
Yeah,
that thing was amazing for Utah.
Changed the whole game.
They changed the whole game, and then just the company that we were with, amazing. Everything. It was just perfect. It was a perfect trip, and I can't express to you motorcycle riders out there how awesome Utah will be for you if you go and hit those same spots. Get a Butler Map, go to RedStone Cabins, and bring your buddies. You're gonna love it. So
yeah, ride safe.
Ride safe out there.
Wear your gear.
Wear your gear, and catch you on the flip side. Peace out.
Hey, listen. I need one of you guys to get on, just one of you, to get on your bike and carefully ride down. Take your time, relax, stay calm. Okay? I need one of you guys to go down there, and we need to find cell service. We need to call 911, and we need to get an ambulance out here.
All right.